Hey, you're just like me and you just beat Mortal Kombat 1 story mode. And you probably beat Invasions as well. But now the only thing left for you to do is to grind and play that game online. So today I'm here to give you 10 tips the tutorial doesn't teach you. Yo, it's Avataryaya. I've been playing fighting games and various different fighting games for multiple years. I've placed in some tournaments sometimes and sometimes I do really bad. I also do a lot of commentary gigs here and there for very underrated and retro fighting games. You know, and I'll also be cooking a little bit in early exhibitions of fighting games. And I'll be 100% honest with everybody. I also have been kind of struggling with Mortal Kombat 1 until I figured out these things are essential for me to understand the game and getting better at them overall. If you want to make people if you want to scare people really bad in Mortal Kombat 1 after this video and have them mashing like this, like it literally sounds like raindrops. I just can't believe it. Well, this is the video for you. Before we go any further, make sure y'all hit the sub button, like the video, please. I would love that as much. And also follow me on Kick. The first 78 people that do follow my Kick will be entered in the giveaway in the future. I have everybody's names written down. I won't tell you what the giveaway is, but it will be worthwhile. Let's get it. Let's go. Biggest tip number 1, you gotta learn NetherRealm and Mortal Kombat notation, aka NRS notation. So with Mortal Kombat and NetherRealm games, they have their own specific unique notation different from every other fighting games. If you know about anime notation or numpad notation or even Street Fighter lingo, you gotta learn something completely new. And don't worry, it is not as intimidating. So with directions for NRS games, they tell you the direction and abbreviate it by a letter. D is down, back is back, forward is F. Those are the directional functions of NRS games. In Mortal Kombat, they use numbers to express the limbs of the attacks. Square and triangle is 1 and 2. Square and triangle is simply used for the punches in this game. X and circle are used for the legs. Square is left punch, triangle is right punch. X is left kick, circle is right kick. So for example, if you want to read off a combo, so if you see a combo on YouTube or Twitter or some other place from a Mortal Kombat or NRS player, you're going to use this notation. I'll be using Ashura, for example, to break this down for you guys. So for a basic 2-bar Ashura combo, the notation on screen will be 2-1 into down forward 1EX to forward 2 into down forward 3EX to jump 1-2-2. Now that combo may not be the most optimal, you don't want to use up all that meter, etc., but we'll get into that later down the road. I just want to help y'all understand NRS notation the best way I can. Next is the block button. I know this is different for Mortal Kombat, and if you play every other fighting game, it is very annoying. The only other fighting game I know that you use the block button in will be Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, and Rising is coming out. I'm super excited for that. But regardless, you don't have to always use the block button. In Mortal Kombat 1 specifically, and most NRS games besides maybe Injustice, you have to hold R2 to block. So the best way to get used to blocking with R2 is I highly recommend the best way to get used to this fast is fighting the CPU on the highest difficulty and just start defending. Do this for like 15 to 30 minutes. You need to nail in your head that this game got a block button. Step number 2, learn 2 combos before you play a whole lot. I highly recommend this, or at least get some down. One is more prevalent than the other, and I'll explain. Number 1, learn your regular BnB. I think that is the biggest thing you need to know in the game. You need to know some combos to get some damage off. Number 2, I would also recommend learning in anti-air combos. 9 times out of 10, if you've just been playing Mortal Kombat casually your whole life, you know that for the anti-air, you just hit down 2 in most scenarios. People just keep jumping in on you stupidly. What I will tell you is that in this game, the tutorial mode even teaches you this, how to do anti-air combos, even the trials. If you learn how to capitalize on jump in combos and anti-air properly, you might be ahead of the rest of the competition off rip. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was something I was like, whoa, people know how to do this already. The game not even out, it ain't even been a week yet. So people already know how to do that. That was pretty dope. So learn the anti-air combo if you can. They may be more challenging than just regular BnBs, but I think that's pretty good. Now this one is a bonus, and this one's a 50-50 for me. You don't need to use combo trials in MK1, but look over them if you need some direction. Don't sleep on them. So the reason why I would tell you to use the combo trials is some of these combos do optimal damage, but a lot of them have very tight windows. And if you primarily will be playing this game online and not traveling to events or tournaments, I suggest you finding different routes because the netcode is not as good as Street Fighter 6 or Guilty Gear Strive. I'm telling you, early on, my first Combat League match was the laggiest match I've ever played in the fighting game this year. You will fight a lot of people who lag a lot, and I'm usually the person that tell people, hey, get wired. This player base so big, everybody not gonna use a wired connection. That's the truth, you know? So try to find the most optimal damages, combos that ain't that too hard to do, because if you lag, you're probably gonna be mad. Now I'm gonna throw this out here just to get it out the way. Please play the tutorial. The amount of people that I follow online that don't know basic concepts of Mortal Kombat, like they never played one, and I know I've been on your PSN profile, is insane. So please play the tutorial. Now, movement in this game is a very big factor, right? Because movement is really good to understand how to get around a lot of projectiles and you to not be scared of doing a lot of unsafe options. So you can dash forward, you can dash back, that's simple stuff, right? But if you want to learn how to wave dash, when you dash, in the middle of the initial dash, look at the front leg and then hit R2. That's one of the best ways I can teach you how to wave dash cancel. You can see it. There's a whole video on YouTube that I will link in the descriptions down below to know if you're wave dashing properly with your character. Now this is the part that's still been killing me with Mortal Kombat 1. Throw teching pisses me off. Like, I absolutely hate how Mortal Kombat does teching. I just don't like it at all. Like, I'll be okay if it was just like one button tech back or one button tech forward. I hate it. I just absolutely hate it. But I'll give you some tips to potentially fend off against a lot of throw teching scenarios. 9 times out of 10, especially in Combat League, people are going to throw you to put you in a situation. They're not just going to YOLO throw you out of the corner or YOLO throw you into some area. If you're closer towards the wall, 9 times out of 10, they're going to throw you towards the wall. And that's the best thing I can tell you with throw teching, to be honest with you. It's one of those visual things that you have to do. But how to tech right, if they're using 1 or 2, you have to hit square or triangle. They're using 3 or 4 or whatever, right? You have to hit X or circle. You know, we talked about notation earlier. So that's the best way for throw teching. The next big tip is learning how to use 2 cameos. Now, 100% I'm not telling you to be like a combo master with the cameos. I'm telling you to understand how 2 cameos can work with your main character. So I had a scenario where I fought a Geras that was running away from me, and my main character is Ashura Sonya. Essentially, the Geras player was cooking me because he kept outrunning me and then giving them time to set up. It was pissing me off. So I was down 2-0 in combo. I was down 2-0 in Combat League. Then I thought to myself, I was like, hold on. What if I just use Serena to just stop him from just getting away full screen and setting up? That way he has to either A, block it, and it gave me a chance to get in. Learning how to use different scenarios, special abilities, and moves to your advantage in matchups could be very powerful in the future. And I think NRS knows this, so they gave you the chance to switch to cameos and not the character completely. Now, learn a far-reaching normal and poke. This is very good in MK1 to be able to know neutral and stuff like that. Neutral, in my honest opinion, is kind of slow, which is why I feel like the damage is high in Mortal Kombat 1 to mitigate that, to kind of like balance things out. So if you learn a far-reaching normal or poke that can go into a string that's special cancelable, if your character has that easily that you can figure out, pretty much every character has something like that in some way, shape, or form. Obviously, some are better than others, but I will tell you, looking for normals that just hit people and just move them advancing forward can be very good for your game plan as well. Comboing with the cameo. Now, many characters can instantly combo into cameo early on. I think practicing this will help you early on for bigger combos and understanding Mortal Kombat 1's combo structure. I usually come from tag games, and I'll be honest, the assist-like timing here is faster than almost everything else. Most characters can combo with a forward 3, a forward 2, or off of a first hit. Some strings are also cameo cancelable, so find those out as well. Once you start finding those out and understanding, alright, this is when I can use this cameo, you'll be able to cook 10 times more and get more damage off with your combos with the cameo. And the biggest tip I have to give everybody, and I know y'all gonna be bad, is please just block. I'm not even sugarcoating it. I'm not even trying to gaslight you. I start the video off with blocking. I want to end the video off with blocking. Please, if you don't know what to do in a scenario, please just block. Just keep blocking. Fill out what the opponent's gonna do, and essentially that's what happens. I know from my experience of playing Combat League, I haven't been grinding the game like that because I just been doing a lot of other stuff outside of just the game and just playing the other single player content. Shoot, if a game costs $100, I'm gonna play that hoe. Alright. Regardless, I'm just gonna tell y'all right now that please make sure you guys block things out. The best case scenario can help you figure out how to get around a lot of the opponent's strings and what they're gonna do if you just sit there and take some few block exchanges. That's the biggest tips. So that being said, these are the 10 Mortal Kombat 1 tips and tricks that the tutorial just doesn't teach you. I was losing a lot in MK because I haven't played MK since MKX, right? And I ain't even talk about like the ultimate version of that. I just stopped playing Mortal Kombat, went to other fighting games. So it has been either challenge or just really free. That's how my experience has been so far. That being said, please make sure you subscribe to the channel. We almost to 21K, baby. We almost there, bro. And remember, you guys are golden, you know, and that is raw. And also join the kick. All right, stop playing. The link in the description. I ain't gonna teach y'all about no gamma. Kick is raw, bro. Get on kick, bro. Come through, you know. And you guys are golden. And that is raw. Henshin Squala. Peace.